Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those who are not familiar with my channel, I go by One Chief Compadre and you're watching Chief Compadre TV, where on my channel we talk about investing, savings, politics, and if we get a chance, even story time. Now, just a disclaimer, I am not a celebrity, but I do have a voice and so do you. So today, you read it right. Are we really serious about a color blind society? So if we're really serious about a colorblind society, if that's what you're saying, that you don't see no race and no color, that you see everyone the same, then we have to do more than just say it. We actually have to practice what we preach. And let me give you an example of how people say one thing and do another. And basically what that is you contradict yourself. You're a hypocrite. That's pretty much what that is. So if you're serious about a colorblind society, then we need to rewrite our wrongs. So if we don't see a colorblind, we don't see gender, we don't see this, we don't see that. So basically, women and men should be paid the same. Women should not be making 80 cents to a man's dollar if we living in a colorblind society. 2, if we're living in a colorblind society, then African Americans should receive reparations because, let's be honest, they were the ones to help build this country and never was paid. So if you're confused about what kind of reparations, well, first of all, if you're 30% African American or 30% African, then you should receive reparations. And it should be something similar to the GI Bill, where you should have 3 things that will help you build to gain prosperity. So since we are on the same playing field and we see no color, we don't see no race. So in order for African Americans to be on the same playing field as far as wealth, 1, they should be helped through reparations for schooling. That means college, okay, because people build wealth with a college degree. 2, money should be given through reparations to buy a property. That's another way to build wealth. 3rd, money should be given through reparations to help start a business. Now, when I say help start a business, I'm not talking about a mom and pop store. And I'm definitely not talking about investing in bonds. What I'm talking about is that money should be invested in technology. It should be invested in Silicon Valley. It should be a stake in Apple. We should have a stake in Google. We should have a stake in Amazon. We should have a stake in Facebook and many other technology companies. That's the only way we'll be able to build wealth that is close to our white counterparts. That's if you believe in a colorblind society, because if you do, everyone will be making close to the same. And I'm not talking about socialism, and I'm not talking about communism. We know that here in America, our economic system is capitalism. So you can scare people with saying certain words, which I'm pretty sure half of people that you say it to don't even know what socialism, communism is, but yet they get fearful. Okay, remember, we're in 2020, not 1950s or the 1920s. Okay, so if you're serious about a colorblind society, then in Dakota, Native Americans have reservations. You have a pipeline that's there in Dakota. You need to take it out. You need to get off the reservation and leave the Native Americans alone. They've been through enough. They've been taken advantage of long enough. That's if you're living in a colorblind society. Then everyone should be treated equally. So you can't have one law for a group and then you don't follow it. Everyone has to follow those laws. That means everyone has to follow the Constitution. Everyone has to follow Declaration of Independence. Everyone has to follow the amendments. So let me give you an example of when people contradict themselves and become hypocrites when they say they don't see a color line. They want a colorless society. They don't see race. So I'll give you a perfect example. It just happened recently. You have Barack Obama, who was president, and he had 10 months, close to 10 months, to decide on a Supreme Court nominee, where he was denied and told that he had to wait until the next president, where you have a new president now who has a couple weeks left until November to decide on a nominee for the Supreme Court, which it seems like he's going to be able to push that person through before the election. No Republican has said to the president, no, you have to wait until after the election. So if we're living in a colorblind society, like you say, like you follow, we have to do more than just say it. We actually have to practice what we preach. So if we live in a colorless society, that means whatever was given to this person under these laws should be given to the same person under those laws. You cannot have a law that is for this group, but not for this particular group. No. Then we're not following the Constitution. And if we're not following the Constitution, then we need to tear down and start over, where everyone is included in the making of laws. If we're living in a colorless society, then Mexican should not be called illegal aliens, because we all know at one point Mexicans had parts of the U.S., like Arizona, Texas, okay? If you're not familiar with the Mexican Reparation Act, read up about that, because that would force not just illegal Mexicans, but also Mexican Americans back to Mexico. That's if we're living in a colorless society. We need to stop calling them illegal aliens, because if that's the case, majority of us are illegal aliens. We all coming from different parts of the world due to our ancestors. If we're serious about living in a colorless society, then Jews, Japanese, Chinese deserve an apology. Japanese need to receive back their property and their businesses due to World War II, because they were singled out and put in concentration camps because of their ancestry. And then, on top of that, we had an opportunity here in the U.S. to help out the Jews during the Holocaust. But yet, due to our Quota Act on immigration, we stopped the Jews from coming into the U.S., which U.S. don't talk too much about. If we actually live in a colorless society, no race, then we need to apologize to them. if we're living in a colorless, classless society, then the farmers who are suffering right now due to these tariffs against the U.S. and Chinese, they need to be compensated because they are taking a beating right now due to prices all around them going up, due to inflation, due to unemployment, due to COVID making food scarce and causing prices to go up, and the farmers are not able to benefit. The whole purpose of tariffs is to force American consumers to buy more American goods. But what happens is, on the other side, other countries are going to do the same and tax us. So tell me what you think. Do you really believe that we're really living in a colorless society and that people should not see color? And if so, do you think that we need to actually practice what we preach, or just continue to talk about it just to make people feel comfortable? So if you're not already, become a subscriber. Make sure to hit that bell and make sure to destroy the like button, because remember, I was the one that came up with destroying the like button before anyone else. They were talking about smashing, they were talking about like the thumbs up, but not destroying. So until then, have a great day, be safe out there.